Autonomic nervous system, ANS. The autonomic nervous system regulates involuntary actions such as internal organ function and blood vessel movement. So this is the little introduction of autonomic nervous system. Friends, in previous part we have seen MCQs of general pharmacology for GPAT, NIPER and other competitive exams. If you didn't watch those videos yet, I would love to suggest to you that you should watch this video one time. It will very helpful to you in your all exams related to medical or pharmacy. I put those videos in the end screen so you can watch from there. Hi friends, welcome again in our YouTube channel Target GPAT, the stair of success. I am Rahul and today we are going to discuss MCQs of autonomic nervous system of pharmacology for our GPAT, NIPER, DI and other examination. So let's see that question one by one. Okay, so here the first question from the drug acting on autonomic nervous system. So the first question is, which of the following organ is innervated only by parasympathetic nerves? Iris muscles, ciliary muscles, sweat gland or splenic capsule. So the organ which is innervated only by parasympathetic nerve, which is ciliary muscles. The sympathetic and parasympathetic systems exert functionally opposite influences on the following parameter except here options are heart rate, arterial refractory period, pupil diameter or intestinal motility. So the correct answer, which is B. Okay, arterial refractory period. Sympathetic and parasympathetic system exert functionally opposite, but in arterial refractory period they work same. Okay, so now let's see question number 5.3. Tetrodotoxin blocks nerve impulse junctional transmission by anticholinergic action, depleting acetylcholine or blocking sodium channel or by blocking calcium channel. So the correct answer is the tetrodotoxin blocks nerve impulse or junctional transmission by blocking sodium channels. Okay, so let's see question number 4. The co-transmitter may serve the following function or functions. Their options are regulate the release of the primary transmitter from the nerve ending or alter post-junctional action of the primary transmitter, or C, itself act as an alternative transmitter, or D, all of the above. So here the correct answer, that co-transmitter may serve the following actions. So the co-transmitter serve all of these following actions. Okay, it regulate the release of the primary transmitter from the nerve ending, also alter post-junctional action of the primary transmitter, and itself act on an alternative transmitter. So D, all of the above are the correct function for the co-transmitter. Okay, question number 5. The following co-transmitter is most probably involved in mediating non-adrenergic, non-cholinergic relaxation of the gut. So here options are neuropeptide by adenosine, nitric oxide or calidin. So the correct answer, which is nitric oxide co-transmitter, the most probably involved in mediating non-adrenergic and non-cholinergic relaxation of the gut. Okay, 6.1. The major post-junctional cholinergic receptor is of the muscarinic type at the following site: postganglionic parasympathetic, adrenal medulla, autonomic ganglia or neuromuscular junction. So at the site of postganglionic parasympathetic, the major post-junctional cholinergic receptor of the muscarinic type is present. Okay, so let's see question number 6.2. Pseudocholine esterase differ from true choline esterase in that it does not hydrolyze acetylcholine. Okay, it hydrolyzes acetylcholine at the slower rate, or it is the major susceptible to inhibition by physostigmine, or it is the only form of circulating choline esterase. So here the correct answer that pseudocholine esterase differ from true choline esterase. It hydrolyze acetylcholine at a slower rate. Okay. Question number 6.3. The choline ester are resistant to both true and pseudocholine esterase, which is methacholine, bethanocholine, benzoylcholine, or butyrylcholine. So the correct answer, bethanocholine ester, which is resistant to both true and pseudocholine esterase. Okay. Let's talk about next question 6.4. Muscarinic cholinergic receptors are loaded only on parasympathetically inverted effector cell, mediate response by opening an intrinsic sodium ion channel, or are present on vascular endothelium which has no cholinergic nerve supply, or predominant in the autonomic ganglia. So here the correct statement for the muscarinic cholinergic receptor, which is they are present on vascular endothelium which has no cholinergic nerve supply. Okay, the cardiac muscarinic receptors are of the M1 subtype, are of the M2 subtypes, or are selectively blocked by pyrenzepine, or function through the PIP2 to IP3 DAG pathway. So here the correct statement for cardiac muscarinic receptor, which is they are of the M2 subtypes. Okay, so cardiac muscarinic receptor are the M2 type muscarinic receptor. The cholinergic muscarinic receptor stimulation produce of the following effect except sweating, rise in blood pressure, bradycardia, or urination. So here the correct answer that cholinergic muscarinic receptor stimulation produce all of the following effect except only they do not rise in blood pressure. Okay. Next question. The smooth muscle structure that is relaxed by cholinergic drug is colon, gastric fundus, major bronchi, or bladder trigon. So here the right answer for question number 6.7, that bladder trigon is the smooth muscle structure that is relaxed by cholinergic drug. 6.8. Which of the following secretion is not stimulated by acetylcholine? Options: tear, bile, pancreatic juice, or sweat. Okay, so the bile secretion is not stimulated by acetylcholine. Okay. 6.9. Acetylcholine has no therapeutic application because none of its action are beneficial in any condition. Its effects are transient. It produces wide separate action affecting many organs, or D. Both B and C are correct. So the correct answer for acetylcholine has no therapeutic application because its effects are transient and it produces widespread action affecting many organs. So the B and C are correct. Okay. Question number 6.10. Pilocarpine is used for glaucoma, paralytic ileus, urinary retention, or all of the above. So the correct answer is pilocarpine is used for glaucoma. Glaucoma means excessive fluid accumulation in the interstitial site. In the interstitial compartment. Okay. So actions of pilocarpine include the following except sweating, salivation, meiosis, or cycloplegia. So the action which is not produces by pilocarpine, which is cycloplegia, is not the action of pilocarpine. 6.12. The following inhibitor bind only to the anionic site of the cholinesterase enzymes. which is neostigmine or physostigmine, androphonium or difflus. So the correct answer is androphonium. The inhibitor binds only on the anionic site of the cholinesterase enzyme. Question number 6.13, which is reactivation of cholinesterase enzyme occurs on hydrolysis of the inhibitor by the same enzyme molecule in case of the following acetylcholine esterase. Here options are androphonium, neostigmine, difflus or tecrine. So the correct answer is neostigmine. The organophosphate produce irreversible inhibition of cholinesterase because they bind to an allosteric site of the enzyme, resulting in unfavorable conformation of stereotic site to bind acetylcholine, or regeneration time of the phosphorylated enzyme in longer than the turnover time of the enzyme molecule, or phosphorylation result in rapid degradation of enzyme molecule, or they are neither metabolized nor excreted from the body. So here the correct statement about organophosphate, which is B. Okay, organophosphate produce irreversible inhibition of cholinesterase because regeneration time of the phosphorylated enzyme is longer than the turnover time of the enzyme molecule. 7. Neostigmine is preferred over physostigmine for treating myasthenia gravis because it is better absorbed orally, or it has longer duration of action, or it has additionally direct agonistic action on nicotinic receptor at the muscles end plate, or it penetrates blood-brain barrier. So the correct answer for neostigmine, which is preferred over physostigmine for treating myasthenia gravis because of it has additionally direct agonist action on the nicotinic receptor at the muscle end plate. 6.18, which is the mechanism by which neostigmine improves contraction of myasthenia muscles, involves repetitive binding of the acetylcholine molecule to the same receptor at the muscle end plate, or diffusion of acetylcholine release from motor nerve ending to a wider area, activating neighboring receptor, or activation of a motor end plate receptor by neostigmine molecule themselves, or all of the above. So the correct answer is the mechanism by which neostigmine improves contraction of myasthenia muscles involve all. Okay, so mean all of the are the correct answer. Okay. Question number 6.9. Pyridostigmine differ from neostigmine in that it is more potent orally, it is longer acting, it produces less muscarinic side effect, it does not have any direct action on nicotinic muscarinic receptor. So the correct answer about pyridostigmine, which is pyridostigmine differ from neostigmine because it is a longer acting. Okay, pyridostigmine is longer acting compared than neostigmine. Okay, question number 6.20. Androphonium is more suitable for definitive myasthenic crisis from cholinergic crisis because of its shorter duration of action, longer duration of action, or direct action on muscle end plate, or selective inhibition of true choline esterase. So the correct answer is androphonium is more suitable for differentiating myasthenic crisis from cholinergic crisis because of its shorter duration of action. Okay, which of the following is a relatively cerebroselective anticholinesterase found to be afford symptomatic improvement in Alzheimer's disease? Options are donepezil, gemfibrozil, pyridostigmine, or pyretinol. Okay, so the correct answer is donepezil, is a relatively cerebroselective anticholinesterase found to be afford symptomatic improvement in Alzheimer's disease. Pilocarpine reduces intraocular tension in open-angle glaucoma by contracting sphincter pupils or increasing tone of ciliary muscles or reducing aqueous formation or enhancing ovoscleria outflow. So the correct statement for pilocarpine. So pilocarpine reduces intraocular tension in open-angle glaucoma by increasing tone of ciliary muscles. Okay, 6.23 the site of action of miotic for therapeutic effect in angle closure glaucoma, canal of sclem or ciliary body, ciliary muscles or sphincter pupillae muscle. So the correct answer is D. Okay, question number 6.24. Currently the first choice drug for open angle glaucoma is miotic eye drops, ocular alpha 2 adrenergic agonists, ocular prostaglandin analogs or ocular beta adrenergic blocker. So the currently first choice drug for open angle glaucoma is ocular beta adrenergic blockers. Timolol eye drops are preferred over pilocarpine eye drops by glaucoma patients because timolol is more effective than pilocarpine, or timolol acts by enhancing uvoscleral outflow, or timolol produce less ocular side effects, or there are no contraindication to timolol. So the correct answer is for timolol eye drop are preferred over pilocarpine eye drops because of timolol produces less ocular side effects. Okay, so these were some MCQs of autonomic nervous system. Hope you like it.